The Oklahoma City Thunder have been stringing together a few more wins than they were expected to so far this season, and it's largely because of the efforts of Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's absolutely incredible level of play. Through 8 games so far, he's putting up 30.5 points, 4.3 rebounds, and 5.9 assists per game on 62.5% true shooting, as well as 2.3 steals a night. That scoring output makes him the 7th leading scorer in the entire NBA so far this season. He doesn't just look like an all-star, he looks like a superstar. But where are all of these points coming from? What is Shai doing that's resulted in him continuing to play some of the best basketball of his career after he had that insane stretch after the All-Star break last season? There's a few different areas of the game that he's improved on that have allowed him to ascend to this next echelon of stardom. The mid-range development has been a key aspect of his scoring output elevating to this new height. His confidence in the mid-range has been really apparent, and his handle looks the tightest it's ever been. He's really been using his body to generate space, using his strength to get Nora moving backwards a bit to open up some space for him to put up the shot. He knows how to get to his spots and when to catch the defense off balance, getting to the elbow here and rising to get it off before the defense is able to get up a good contest. People forget that Shai has a 6'11" wingspan, so even if he's shooting over taller defenders, that wingspan allows him to avoid getting blocked, and it helps him mitigate some of the defense's ability to close out and get a hand up. He's shooting 57.6% in the mid-range so far this season, the highest efficiency of any player shooting 4 or more mid-range shots a night. That's an absurd 16.5 percentage points better than the league average mid-range efficiency. His ability to finish at the rim hasn't gone anywhere either, and really anywhere inside the arc this season, he's been absolutely destroying teams. Right now, he's shooting 75% at the rim according to cleaningtheglass.com, the 5th best efficiency among all point guards in the NBA so far. He's insanely good at carving up defenses to maneuver his way to the basket, using that shiftiness to weasel his way to the rim. His ability to stop on a dime to get his defenders stumbling backwards is one of his best assets, planting his feet here to get Taurean Prince falling away to give him enough space to get the easy layup to fall. It works really well for him in transition, using the nice footwork to get Norm blowing by him so he has a completely uncontested look at the rim. Here, he picks up his dribble near the elbow, but he's going to fake the mid-range to get his defender to bite before using some really nice footwork to get a look at the rim from pretty far out. I've also noticed some good synergy between Shai and Josh Giddey, something that we saw flashes of last year. Here, they're running 3 up top, opening up some space on the interior. Shai is going to take off on the cut, and Giddey threads the needle perfectly to find him in stride for Shai to finish at the rim. On this inbounds play, Shai once again takes off from the top of the key, blowing past the entire Wolves defense for Giddey to get it to him for the layup. Now, with all of Shai's scoring gravity, especially on the interior, comes the opportunity for him to leverage that gravity into playmaking opportunities, and it's something that he's doing really well this season, and something that I think is going to be incredibly important for him integrating more and more playmaking into his game as he becomes a more comfortable scorer. The threat of his slashing ability is going to collapse 4 Clippers defenders on this drive, with Zubac leaving the corner to slide over and provide help, setting Shai up to make the easy pass to Poku in the corner for the 3. He completely alters Orlando's defense on this drive, shifting them to clogging the paint and completely ignoring the perimeter, leaving an open kick out to Dort for the 3. On this play, he goes as far as getting airborne to get the defense to fully commit before he flings it out to the corner for the shot. Here, he uses a beautiful hesitation to get by Jamal Murray, forcing Bruce Brown to tag him on the drive, leading to another corner 3. Another thing that he's doing really well is punishing teams that hedge on pick and rolls, threading the pass here to Kenrich Williams, leading to the dunk. Here he does the same thing, taking advantage of the hedge and getting it to Mike Muscala in the short roll for the pull-up at the nail. His playmaking just continues to grow, and the dynamic between him and Josh Giddey is going to be really fun to watch develop. Having such solid passing out of 2 guards is going to make defending this duo really difficult, especially if Josh Giddey continues to progress the way he has as a scorer. Real quick, guys, I want to thank the sponsor of today's video, Underdog Fantasy. With Underdog's NBA Pick'em, they make it super simple to win big. They've got individual player props to pick from for every single NBA game. All you have to do is pick higher or lower, and once you have your slip, make your wager and submit. You can make wagers for as low as $1 and win anywhere from 3 times your money all the way up to 20 times your money. And now with Pick'em Insurance, you can still win money even if one of your picks doesn't hit. Sign up using code AlexHoops with the link in the description today, and they'll match your first deposit up to $100. Be sure to play responsibly, and thanks again to Underdog for sponsoring today's video. Defensively, Shai is playing the best defense he's ever played. Right now, he's averaging 2.2 steals a night and even getting a block a night so far. He's locking in on the defensive end, sniffing out steals, disrupting passing lanes, and making the lives of ball handlers as difficult as possible. He's been a really sticky defender when he's guarding on ball, making D'Lo work extra hard for his shot here and anticipating his shot perfectly to get the block. On this offensive rebound, he's there waiting for Carter Jr. to go back up with it, and when he does, Shai is able to get a hand on it and force the jump ball. He goes under Zubac's screen, and when Reggie Jackson tries to create space on the step back, Shai does a really good job of closing out on it and getting a hand up to alter the shot. John Wall is going to try and drive on him here, but Shai showcases some great lateral movement heading downhill, and he's able to contest the shot at the rim despite John Wall's speed. Here he goes under Gobert's screen to get right to D'Lo's spot, and he's already there by the time D'Lo tries to get the shot off. The most noticeable thing to me about what he's shown so far is the fact that he's more versatile than people seem to have initially given him credit for. Shai is 6'6" with a nearly 7-foot wingspan after all. He might not be guarding centers anytime soon, but he should be more than capable of guarding 1 through 3 and maybe even 1 through 4 if the situation calls for it. But how sustainable is all of this? Is this production something that's going to continue throughout the entire season and throughout the rest of his career? To answer this, I used Cerebro's 5-metric suite to see how Shai's average numbers stack up against other guards in the modern era. As I've stated in other videos where I've used Cerebro, these are not advanced stats. These ratings are derived from the standard box score, and they should be paired with film and not just taken at face value like any stat. Through his 5 seasons in the NBA, he's averaged an 84 pure scoring prowess, 68 3-point efficiency, 76 floor general skills, 60 above the rim rating, and a 79 defensive statistical impact. The only guards in the modern era to put up these numbers in a season are James Harden, Kyrie Irving, and Steph Curry. Now, I'm not saying that Shai is going to be the next Kyrie or the next Steph or the next James Harden, but his production indicates that he's capable of being closer to a superstar than he is just being an all-star. And just for fun, looking at his ratings for this season, even though it's only been 8 games, he has a pure scoring prowess of 103, a 61 3-point efficiency, 80 floor general skills, 62 above the rim rating, and a 90 defensive statistical impact. The only player in NBA history to put up those numbers in a single season? Michael Jordan. Now, I'm not saying that Shai is the next Michael Jordan at all, but he's done this enough in previous seasons for me to start believing that something around this level of production is pretty sustainable. If this becomes normal for Shai, and he's truly taking a defensive leap like it looks like he is, OKC is way ahead of schedule in terms of their rebuild. Once Chet comes back next season, they can really start to build around their core and look towards getting back into contention around Shai as their franchise centerpiece. If you guys enjoyed this video and you want to see more content like this, be sure to subscribe and leave a like on the video. I'm aiming for 50,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Thank you guys so much for watching, and thanks again to Underdog for sponsoring this video. I'll see you guys in the next one.